Hello boys and girls, today we're just doing test flights. Guess what? PTU's coming live in the next couple of days. It might be sometime today, but almost guaranteed before weekend. And I'm still not set up, but I'm not crashing as much. On the left, you'll see I've added a few more of our party members, which will be taking a lot of activities with us in 3.5, doing whatever we do that comes to mind. All our videos are uncut and it's live, so we never know what to expect next. And guess what, you guys? Coming in this next patch, crashes. We are still in the PTU, but it's like to our backers now. I'm just stretching. Still got my keyboard bindings to do. I did want to talk about this gimbal assist and what my opinion is, but I just want to get through all this here first, you know what I mean? I actually bought myself the Mako. I bought that for streaming. I did a bit on it yesterday and I actually liked it. The graphics are excellent. Animation, excellent.
Maybe you can tell the viewers what the Mako is and what it could be used.
Hi, little miss. As I was saying, hi, little miss. As I was saying, I'm going to show you what's coming in 3.5. If you've not noticed. And all you role players, what you can do with this thing, you're going to be amazed. I'm going to be using a lot in this chapter, in this 3.5. I know I'm supposed to have my civvies on, but like I said, I'm in the PTU and I can't breathe properly. But let's give it a shot. I've not really travelled the verse much, so I've not got any of my new gear on just yet. But just let me set up my graphics, just to cut down some of the power. I am running in 4K SLI. Personal preference. Wow, look at that. As you can see, the color change. All I've done was reset the graphics. I was going to change my clothes into going to some civvies, if it lets me. Still a bit of a delay. Oxygen's not too clever. Interesting. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? I added bonus which I didn't expect. Yes. We have the grey cat in game now. You can buy it at Teachers. Look at it. What you can do with this ship is remarkable. Sorry, ship. Buggy. It's a go-kart. It will help a lot of you guys in the game if you do role play. And you want to know what the price is? Have a guess. Go on. How much do you think that costs in the game? Have a look. 5,000 credits. That's not a lot. You can fit that on almost every ship that can carry cargo at the moment. Okay? So if you go anywhere, you can put it in. I would say the best smallest you can fit in even the caterpillar. Not sorry, not the caterpillar. I meant the Cutlass Black. Okay? But I think the best ship this to go into would be the Freelancer. It takes up no cargo space. So if your ship holds 33 cargo, this can go inside there at the same time. If it's a Freelancer Max and it can hold 130, it takes up no cargo space. So you don't lose any cargo space. I'm going to be using this a lot. I got my own actually. I bought my own. I'm going to be using it a lot in 3.5. And I'm going to be using it at Hurston. I've got a couple of new things I want to do with this actually. I don't know if you was around when I first came out with the Lesky circuit, which I did about 6 months ago when the patch first came out. I'll be using a few of these ships on my Kraken when it comes out, because obviously it's a big ship and the little training you get on there won't be enough, because my ship is a big ship. So this will be needed to get from A to B. The Kraken's 270 meters long. How long will it take you to get from one end of the ship to the other? It takes up no space. Nice little ship. I mean, buggy. As you can see, you've got the Cyclone. I've also got that in game too. You've also got the Dragonflies. I haven't got those because obviously I'm not too used to those just yet. Yes, you can carry a cargo. I have got a role play for it, but that little buggy there is going to make you a lot of money. When I say it makes you a lot of money, it's going to save you a lot of time. If you got a magic mind, you'll be impressed. All you widowers out there, this is going to save you a lot of time. Cargo runners, it's going to save you a lot of time. You'll be amazed. How much is the that's expensive. 74,000. You might think it's cheap, but when you think about it, if you used to buy a car in real life, you'd be paying that for it anyway. It's a golf cart, but it's so versatile in its own little right. It has got place for it in the game. You can actually buy it in-game for about £17 in English money, whatever that is in Welsh money, Gaelic money, whatever type of money. I'm actually building up the fleet for when the carrot comes out. I'm just waiting for one more player to come and join us. We've got Dofer, we've got Little Miss, we've got Yoza, and we've got Dot Dot. We have got a lot more in the fleet, but all these are the major contenders that spend time with us doing things in the org, out the org, and on stream. Help us to learn to play the game and do whatever. We're based all over the world. These guys have been with us since we started down this Discord of Unity. Dofer, he's into combat. He's a fleet commander. He's into combat, so he's going to be running the fleet in combat. You'll most probably see him in weekend because yes, he's got a working life. I'm the only loafer out here. You've got Little Miss, she's going to be in admin and streaming. Okay, she searches the net for information and tells us all what's going on, and also in game. You've got Yoza, he's also a fleet commander. He's into exploration, but I'm sure he's combat. He likes to do a bit of everything, but that's what he chooses to be. And then you've got Dot Dot, he's into web designing, and also he comes on when he can. Who have been missed out? Little Miss, I've said. Oh, there's me. I am into exploration, engineering, not combat. But I can do a bit. Talking about combat, you've got the new flight mechanics in there now with this gimbal assist. I've heard a lot of people complain. It's too easy. It's too easy. They missed the point. Okay, yes, it's easy. I've been an arena commander and I've actually enjoyed the PTU for the first time since I've played that game. I would never go into the PTU because I'd always get shot down. It's like when you're shooting something, it's like a needle in a haystack. It's hard. But you see, these pro players, these pro pilots complain about everything. They forget new people are coming into the game now and they can't play. And you blow them up, they don't want to play again and they want new people in. But what they seem to miss, at the end of the day, you got the gimbal assist and you got this assist and that assist. They're so experienced, they don't need to use it. Okay? One thing they seem to misunderstand, the new players, they need time to learn to play the game. Okay? You can switch off the gimbal assist, but the new players need to learn. It's like a learning curve. It's like L plays. Okay? User get better. These new guys need time at the end of it. And when the game comes out, what are the chances of an experienced player meeting up with an inexperienced player? It's a 1 in 6 chance. Secondly, I am not into combat. Okay? But I've been learning about this game and I've been learning about defense and strategy. I've got things in this game which I've had to develop to protect myself. I've had to learn about components, I've had to learn about this because I can't do combat. But at the end of the day, I don't see nothing wrong with this gimbal assist. Okay? Because at the end of the day, an experienced player doesn't need it. Okay? You can switch it off and experienced players will adapt at the end of the day, because at the day it's not about shooting an experienced player, it's about learning about the game, and you need to have the basics to learn what does what. So I do believe it should stay in the game. First, when you get into the verse, inexperienced players, when they get hit a couple of times, they know not to go there, or they'll find strategies, or they'll buy a bigger ship. Combat players use small ships. When the game gets developed, them small combat ships won't be able to shoot them big ships down so easy. That's number one. Plus, it's a 1 in 6 chance you will meet these combat players. You combat players that's got these ace ships, you're talking a lot of crap. You're selfish. Give people a chance to learn the game. Okay? You have to learn it from somewhere. You've been in these games years. These guys are coming in for the first time, but you want it all your way. I'm not into combat, okay, so I can see from both points of view. I've developed things in the game so I can play the game.
Huh?
Arena Commander is where it's kicking. It is really good. I've learned so much in the PTU about these weapons, about attacking, shooting. I could never get past level 2, and now I am doing level 8, 9, 10. I get bored obviously because I'm not really into combat, but at the end of the day it's a learning curve. Experienced players, I repeat again, you don't have to use it, but if you want to balance out the game, CIG, when gimbal assist is on, do it so it uses some sort of a power, so it burns something out or uses something. Just like when you're doing the scanning, or if you're doing quantum drive, it uses power in what's his name. Gimbals need to use power because obviously motors are on. This is turning. If it's on, it will burn your powers out. So an experienced player won't use it because they want to do more. I don't find nothing wrong with it at all. Yes, it is going to be hard for us to meet up against an experienced player, but we will learn. Me, when I first came into the game, I bought a Freelancer. Didn't know much about the game. Went out in it, my wing fell off. Oh, I don't want that ship. I'm not having it. I went and bought the Freelancer. I ain't gonna fly that ship. And now I got some of the biggest ships in the game. Still not enough, but I learned a heck of a lot. But to do that, I had to start from the beginning and learn the basics. This game's getting hard. You cannot expect a new person to come in the game and learn this game overnight. And you won't get people playing because you've got people there criticizing the game. Let the developers do what they're doing. They're doing a damn good job. Okay? At the end of the day, in our fleet, we find out most players who come with small ships, they only need 5,000 credits. When they've lost their credits, it's hard for them to get back into the game. We found ways of giving them credits so they can play the game, or else they will not play. Basically, we got quizzes now, and we got general knowledge talking about the game. How many, basically, what's the smallest buggy in here? Easy. It's the grey cat. What can the grey cat do? What can it fit in? All these will be doing with our players, and everybody's a winner. Everybody's happy. They're learning about the game, they're learning about the general knowledge and the structure. You big fleets are not teaching these guys these. Yeah, you do talk shows, yeah, you do prizes, but you're not giving the players something challenging for them to take part. So they don't know nothing about it, so when something goes wrong, they don't play. They don't find it interesting. Contents, knowledge, everything. What's the game about? That's what Unity's about. We're not about military. We're civilians. And we got the best of both worlds. That ship there. Cheapest ship in the game. Brilliant. When I first saw it, I thought it was a waste of time. Because there's nobody out there to explain the game, what it was about. So yesterday I went and bought 4. And I'll be taking them out. We're going to be doing races on Hurston. Sprint little races. So CIG, I'm glad you put this little buggy in there. That there's a nice ship, but it's a little bit difficult to drive. It's too tricky, but we'll get up to it when we've got the experience. Then you got the Buccaneer. I wouldn't fly that, but at the end of the day, I'm not combat. But a good combat player can use that, but you wouldn't take that up against a big ship. So he'd know what to fly and what to attack. And trust me, these combat players, you're cowards anyway, because when you get something big in you, you're not going to fight, you're going to run like squaws. Nice ship, but it's still not me. Remember, I'm not combat, so everything I say is negative, but it's not in a bad way, okay? I bought ships for my roleplay. A couple of months ago, I bought the Prospector, saying it's a license to print money. But I've only flown it once because it's not really me, but it's part of my fleet. Ah, the Cutlass Black, one of the best starter ships in the game. Very versatile. You can do anything you want in it. Basically, everything works in it at the moment for a 3-man crew, single-man crew. Very versatile for a starter, for a learner. Yes, I know it's 100 quid, but it's the best money you'll ever spend as a starter. I actually prefer the Freelancer actually now because of what it can do. But this, when I first went on this, the engines fell off. I got rid of it. But it's a bloody good ship now for a starter play. It does everything on a basic level. Bloody good ship. This is the best starter shop. It does everything on a very low level. What's this? Now we have the Auroras. I never liked these Auroras that first came in. Now you got the flight model coming. These Auroras are fantastic for low level flying, looking at sceneries, and if you make mistakes, not like the Buccaneer, you're gonna fall out these ships. Precision flying, scenery, jump drive, all for £35. You can't go far wrong. This is what makes the game, these little things. But we wasn't explained when we first started. It's a starter ship and that's that. The game's developing now, and this is what it's all about. All these little things here. Brilliant. And me and my sibbies. When I first came to this game, I knew nothing about it. Self-taught, watch YouTube, talk to my friends, talk to other people in different orgs. Anything to do, get knowledge I've got. I knew nothing about the game. I'm not saying I know everything because then I'd be hypocritical, but I know enough to do things. And one thing I find out, these people say they know more than you and they really know nothing. They just want to be the best, and when you put them down to it, they're not really that good. Play your game, enjoy your game. It's fun. Now I'm going to go on my grey cat and I'm going to crash as usual because I'm in the PTU. Basically, every time I go into the grey cat, it sinks on the ground. But with that ship, I learnt about curves. I learnt about mapping your joysticks, all them kind of things. All these things I've learnt myself. Then you have little Miss. She doesn't use needle and thread no more. She likes the game in a different way. I'm a fleet commander in our org. Basically got over 10 ships. 5 of the top players in our org have spent nearly £50,000 in ships in total. And we've got nearly every ship in the game that we need. Apart barring 2 actually, barring 1. There's a heck of a lot I could talk about this game, a heck of a lot. But I'm going to save it for 3.5. I know you guys want to know about my PC stats. My PC is very high. But at the moment I can't run things in the PTU because it'll blow my PC. Because the PT is very unpredictable. Well, I'm going to have to put my spacesuit on for this because I don't want to suffocate. As you can see, at Port 4, But I can't really test them in here at the moment because I need the guys to test them when they work different times, you see.
If you would like to join our Discord, the link is in the description below. Click on the link, click join, come and join us. We don't bite, honestly. Well, I don't anyway. Not sure about the rest.
She is a lie. She bites everybody. I've still got the teeth marks. Little Miss is admin. She's supposed to be actually at the top there, but I couldn't get things done properly. But I will do it next time, move her up. You don't usually see me with combat gear on, like guns or whatnot. It's just too heavy for me. Don't need it. Yet.
We do have females in the org. We have, I think, about 5, I think. Also quite a big spender. The ones are just like normal players like us. Well, like me, anyway. Just male, female, alien, whatever. Mind, I wouldn't mind a few aliens. I think that'd be quite good fun.
I seem to be crashing a heck of a lot.
And don't forget to say hi to Dot Dot, he's watching.
Hi Dot Dot. Oh, Dot Dot, he's the web designer. He's going to be doing all them kind of things in our org. Little Miss will give you all the details about them kind of things. I can't play and do these things and commentate at the same time, it's difficult.
Well, Pepper is our explorer, it's engineer, you name it, he does it. Bruiser is explorer, he likes to do a bit of combat. He's a fleet commander, he has open ships. Miss UK, chief admin, commentator, admin work. Still using like writing it down, I do that. Gopher will be our combat expert, doing all the combat flights and all that rubbish. But yeah, he's like that, and Dot Dot sticks like me, which basically means
hope to see you again one day.
Anything to do with money, that kind of thing. We deal with that. He's also our web designer. What else have we got? Rags is also an explorer, and he's also got new players. And we have also into exploration, and he is a content creator also.
I need to learn to drive straight. This is the little buggy, as you can see. You don't need to drive it fast, you can just enjoy things. It can fit into almost any ship that can carry cargo. Apart from the Mustangs, obviously. Not the Mustangs, yeah, the Mustangs and the Auroras. Hey, I wonder. I bet this can fit in the Mercury. Oh, as you can see, that's what's going to kill them. I hope they sort this out, you know.
Oh, Dot says he's also lead troublemaker.
If they don't fix that problem, that's going to kill half my gameplay for 3.6. I don't really want to do combat. There's enough content, there's enough combat players out there. We'll try one more time. So many players say they can actually drive these buggies, but every one I've tried hasn't worked. I might get something sometimes, but it's very rare.
If you're a first timer looking at the stream and you're interested in playing Star Citizens, if you look in the description below, you will see Pepper's referral code. But when you're actually downloading the game and actually creating your account on the RSI, if you put that referral code in, you will get 5,000 REC. You will get 5,000 AUEC in the game. You don't need to buy a deer package, just buy a little cheap package, a little Mustang or a little Aurora. You've got a load of ships that you can actually fly from, like, the... Yeah, but we've got one of those ships. You've got Hull C, Hull E. Ships from the Hull E right down to a little grey cat. So come and join us, come and fly our ship. Not military.
Basically, you can fly our ships with no penalties. If you want to fly them and see what they're like, you don't have, you know what I mean? You can do them in the PTU, but that's once every 3 months. We've already got the ships already. You can test them all year around.
You've got mining ships. So if you want to go out looking for things, you can do that and bring it back. That's quite, I haven't learnt that in the game yet, but I wouldn't mind doing that.
Activate systems.
Roger.
Good luck out there.
In the description also below this stream, is Pepper's specs of his PC, the music he listens to, and our Discord channel. So if you wish to join us in Discord, click on the link, stream, come and join us for a chat. We will be there. We are called Unity, which means all for one and one for all. Nations, nationalities, New Zealand, America, Germany, and anyone can come and join us.
Activate main view.
When I see the grey cat against the actual Rover, I think it's like a little midget because it's so tiny compared to that. But I do like the grey cat, I must admit. One of my favourite little buggies. You do all sorts with that. Races, use it on missions, you can use it on getting cargo, going backwards and forwards from cargo place. So you can do all sorts with that thing. So you can't protect yourself, but it's just a nimble, fast little buggy, and I like it. Yes, also male and female if we wish to join. Even aliens if they want to, ...
We've already got an alien in here. That's ... We don't need no more aliens.
Well, I thought you were the alien.
Oh, I must have been transformed then.
If Dr. is an alien, at least he's a friendly one. Oh, look at you go.
I'm trying to go as slow as I can so I don't crash.
And then go as slow as you can.
Yeah.
Like Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah.
Oh. Stream down. Might have been a problem your end, Dot, because it hasn't stopped on my end. Dot thought the stream was down, but it's not. I think it might have been his end.
Activate main view. what's good about this grey cat is there's so many rocks at Lesky at the moment, this can actually fit through them without no problems.
Are you doing the laps right now, like the Lesky race circuit right now?
No, no, it won't work in there because it'll crash. I'm
Right,
just
okay.
actually giving them an idea what they can do with this, you know what I mean? I'm just sightseeing at the moment.
Okay. Well, because where Pepper is right now, there is actually a circuit at Lesky that you can actually do races at. Either in a car, in one of the vehicles, or actually by running. We've done it. Race. It has been done. Let's do it again. You can do it all different ways. You can even probably races on different other planets as well.
Basic.
Mining and things like that.
Basically, what the commission is saying, I am the creator of the Lesky circuit. I don't mean I actually made the Lesky circuit. I mean I actually was able to do a circuit on there where players could take part and race without being attacked and actually get some kind of a gameplay. And then then came along the oh god, what, the Daymar rally shortly after.
Yozu wants to re-watch that because he wants to know what the distance is on that Daymar rally, because he's thinking of something else right now.
Oh yeah, we're going to be doing another one at Hurst. Is he online?
Not at the moment, no. This was the other day you were talking about
Oh
it.
right. I don't know if I still got them videos actually.
Where Pepper is right now is a place called Lesky. Lesky is a so-called free town located in the former QB Planet Services mining facility on Delamar system. It is occupied by political radicals with anti-UEE affiliations. 2655, a small group of activists sought to escape the totalitarianism of the Messers and found refuge in Delamar's vacated mining facility. The location seemed an ideal stronghold in which to start again. Lesky, in honor of the ancient Earth revolutionary Basil Lesky, theme of an egalitarian society. Freetown spread. Many anti-Messer activists, intellectuals and pacifists found their way to Lesky. Create an idyllic leaderless society built around mutual responsibility. Unfortunately, People's Alliance engaged in an endless debate over to achieve their goals. First thing one sees upon entering Lesky is the imposing statue to honour Anthony Tanaka, a child labourer who died under the rule of the Messers. The statue is an enduring symbol of the People's Alliance of Lesky's revolutionary spirit.
Right, what Little Miss was doing there, she was just telling you about Lesky. You might think, well, what's that got to do with just playing the game? Well, like I said earlier, there's a lot going to this game. Everything interests different people in different ways. But what she was there was giving general knowledge about what Lesky is about and what the game is. Now, we've used that to our advantage. It's our way of teaching our players a bit about the game and what it's about. And what do they get in return? They get credits. Now, like I said, when you first come into the game, if you've got a small ship, you'll be lucky if you got 5,000 credits. if you blow your ship up or you lose on cargo and whatnot, to get that money back is a little bit painstaking. So we've got competitions, so you can get money back quickly so you can play straight away instead of going back to grinding and spending hours. Basically, we make it so easy, everybody's a winner. You don't walk away with nothing, so you can carry on playing the game. That is what it's all about. If you haven't got credits, you will get despondent and you're not going to want to play. So we find ways of keeping you interested. There's tons of ways to keep you interested and things like that. Well, like you said, what's that got to do with the game? Well, obviously, like I say, it's a bit of history about the game, bit of general knowledge. It's not just about that. How many ships are in the game? How many guns has the Cutlass Black got? We all know it's got 6. Did somebody say 4? No, it's got 6. What's the biggest size weapons can it take? It can take 6 size 3s on gimbal. We make it so easy. How many different types of components? Basically, it's general knowledge. You search the internet, and from there you start learning. Oh, I didn't know this weapon could do that. Oh, I didn't know this component can do that. Why is there 3 different types of shields? Easy. One could be for endurance, one could be for regeneration, one could be for military. One thing leads to another. It gives that player general knowledge about the game, and he gets experience, he learns. Me, since 2.6, I've been learning about shields. I've heard so many criticisms, I've been criticised, but them guys can't blow me up now, okay? I got guys trying to copy it, but I won't tell them the formula. Reason being, because I'm all about strategy and defense, and I don't go around shooting people at the end of the day. And because it's so strong, I would say it's an unfair advantage, but that's because I've developed it in such a way. It's not a cheat, it's my mechanics which I've developed. But I wouldn't go out there now and go shooting you because I know I can kill you and you can't destroy me. That's not the way I play. So that's the way I do things. Yes, my players will have it later on when I'm ready to give it to them and they understand the basics. I'll be doing overclocking weapons, all them kind of things, because I'm engineering the game. And trust me, I don't know the first thing about engineering, but I don't deal in violence. But that's because that's what I want to learn. So you can devise a game how you want to play. You get to learn about your friends. These guys on the internet, I've never met them before. I don't know their first names. I don't know where they come from. But we're just like one happy family. And you see, you got 6 on there, all from different parts of the world. Never met them before. Well, we get on like a house on fire. Yeah, sometimes they want to cut me throat and whatnot, but it's not like that. We respect each other as how we see each other in the world. We're no different, and that's why we get on. Sometimes people forget that, and if they remember who they are, where they come from, we're just normal people. And where can you get to unite? Star Citizens. This is what the game's about. Multi-role play interacting. This game can be stressful, but if you remember certain basics, you'll be okay. People can be ignorant, but that's because they don't understand. But the better players that do understand should be able to help these players that don't understand. That's why we are called Unity. All for one and one for all. We're not out there to be better than anybody, we're out there to enjoy the game. I know we're not supposed to be doing this in the PTU because we're on a test server, but I've not been on there for ages, and I thought, well, we'll just do a little bit of commentating and whatnot. I'm trying to make it to that landing pad there. Will I make it? I don't know.
You will.
I've been taking it very, very slow. I'm using
Why
every
wouldn't
piece.
you make it? Oh, hang on. It's a different one. And I'll work out where you are. I've been on Let's Give, and I'll work out if it's the same
Yes, the same one.
Landing pad.
It's just different because at the moment we're using the test server Lesky, not the proper one. Basically, there's no night. It doesn't orbit because it's the test. It's been like this for the last 2 patches. Don't know why they kept it like that. You know what I mean? Might be because it's too glitchy, but it does cause problems. But because I've played it for so long now, I know the differences. You see, I made it.
It was just the fact that it looked a bit different to saying that, and that's explains the reasons why.
Yeah, well, it's a test. If you look at it, you won't see 90 because it's not orbiting like the normal planets. It's actually the test one where they do all the tests, you see. But they keep forgetting to put the normal one. Might be the glitches, might be this, might be that, whatever. But this is where I do all my tests. Yeah, I mean, this is where I land all my ships when I want to load my ships, load vehicles into my ships. I do it all here. Basically, in how many armed rovers can you fit on a starfarer? All those would be my quizzes. That's easy. It's 6. Yes, I've done it. I've even done it on my own.
Yes, I can verify that.
I would have actually said I was actually... Sorry, look, Miss, carry on.
Rovers, sorry. He has actually done 6 rovers in a starfarer.
I was actually the first to do that off stream. I think I've got streams there where I've actually done it on you. I've done loads of things. But you see, when you get people that don't understand, they're hypocritical. That's not the way it's supposed to work. 6 months down the line, hey, voila, it's out. So I don't listen to nobody no more. Not being negative, because sometimes when you listen to people, you don't carry out your tests. People say, why do it now? It's not out in game. But I do it because I know it's going to come in game, because I use other game factors to play this game a heck of a lot. So I just use my own initiative. I'm not saying I don't listen to it, but that's not what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I spent hours on this game. When I say hours, I spent hours. 14 hours a day I spend on this game, 18 hours a day, sometimes 27 days a week. Some guys only spend 20 minutes and they know more about the game than me. And you ask them a little question, all you hear is excuses and negative. You have to be polite with them, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you don't want to get into a slanging match.
If Pepper says he's going to do it, he'll do it. No qualms.
When I get around to it.
Even he admits defeat sometimes if it can't be done.
Me?
Just try and try.
Me?
Yes, you. Yes, you.
I don't admit defeat to nothing.
Try.
I never give up. That's just it. Even if I've got limbs missing on me, I don't give up. And another thing, I've spent so much in this game, I won't play other games. Because I know if I do play other games, I won't come back to it. Not there's nothing wrong with the game. We're in alpha testing. And at the end of the day, this is what I want to play. It's got everything you want, and everything that you do want will come into the game eventually. But it takes people like me and you to give CIG ideas.
CIG can put a few more hairstyles on the female character to make it more like real life if they want.
No, they want to put some more dreadlocks hairstyles, you know what I mean? And different hairstyles on there. I want to walk around with dreadlocks. I wouldn't mind, but I'm bald. Now they'll get around to it. I want to walk around with a beer belly. Nah, I'm not. I'm totally the opposite, actually. No, they'll get round to it. But they've got so much to do. At least they've got the basics, you know what I mean? That's a start.
Yeah.
They'll get round to it.
I've female characters in there.
Well, you got your female character now, but the worst thing about it, I don't think there's going to be any women out there that's going to be dressed in female characters. It's going to be all the bloody men.
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
Well, I'm not going to check them out. Sorry, I'm not. You. Let you go over and chat them up. You didn't have to play as a human. What do you want to play? Dot alien? Dinosaur? How else is bird? What would you like to play? I think if I wasn't human, I think I'd be a bird. Bird. I'm not quite sure what one yet. You want to be a spider alien? I've seen Alien. I've not seen a spider one. But yeah, I guess that could be a good one. So the reason I want to be a bird is I can fly past people and drop things on them, drop them on their heads. That'd be quite a good idea. Just fly past, splat. You want to be a prehistoric slug and live on In fact, he's got a bald head. If it's a prehistoric slug, would that be like bigger than normal? There's a rock in front of you.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Apparently Dot wants to be a prehistoric slug and live on your head.
Well, I'm glad I'm not a science officer.
I said if I was to come back, I want to be a bird so I can go slap on people's heads.
Oh, did the emblems come out right on the left hand side? I've just got to get the names up there next. It's not too much, is it?
No, I think it's fine. Because they're not too big, they're not too small, people can see it.
Well, you see, the reason being is because I'm looking for players for the carrot. And I'm actually training up, so not the carrot. Yeah, the carrot, but when it comes out. Not the 890 jump, I had so much trouble getting that. So I've just lost hope in it now. And I believe they've dropped the cargo. That was the main thing. You see, when you see the amount of cargo it takes, people think, oh, it's about cargo. No, it's not about cargo. It's about the utilities it can take and what it can take. Look at the 600i, for instance. Okay? It can only take 40 cargo units, but it's got a massive cargo bay. But it can do more than that because it's in time when the game is developed. It's what you can put in that cargo bay. Like I said, it's not all about cargo. Okay, it's not all about cargo. I can actually fit in the... Okay, let's look at the 600i, for instance. I can fit 2 cyclones in there. I can fit 4 Noxes in there. I can fit 4 of these grey cats in there, plus a Rover. And I've done it. But I've not been able to do it for such a long time because it's been so glitchy or things not working. I'm actually hoping they do fix the ramp because I'd like to actually do that on video and show you with all these things in there. Whoa, what's this? Activate main view. Go down this steep hill now. Oh, sorry.
Ow.
Half an hour later. I'm actually going downhill actually. That's why it's a different angle. Now why is this better than walking on foot? Half these hills you won't be able to climb, but these vehicles can actually climb them steep hills. Believe it or not. Look at that one there. Oh, that's not a high hill. You learn so much about these little vehicles and what they can do.
I've got to go.
Okay, love. I'll see you later, okay?
Bye.
I do believe the Rover is the only vehicle you can actually breathe in at the moment. Talking about breathe. Activate mobiGlas. I got plenty of oxygen. If you was driving the cyclone because it's so quick and twitchy, you'd be stressed out. If you was driving the Rover, it's so big, you'd be looking for ways of getting around this. This is just right for little things like that. And the good thing about it, it can fit on almost most of your ships. Big ships, it'll be brilliant. When you're going on cargo runs and you got to park pretty far, this ship is going to come handy. When it comes to the caves and them kind of things, this ship will be, I keep saying shit, this car will be pretty handy. There will be more vehicles coming in, but when that is, we don't know. But we've got this in game now, and which is pretty good. I actually own one of them, and I've actually bought 4 in game. But I will have quite a few, because we'll be doing little races with these things, you see. Can't believe only 5k. You see, I'm safe now. I'm actually outside Lesky, so I shouldn't crash that easy. I must be going uphill. Can't take my foot off the gas. Yes, I'm going. Oh, yeah. I might have to get out and push it. It's not enough power. I'm actually going up a steep hill. You can't see it from the angle I'm in. But trust me, this hill is very, very steep. If I make a mistake, I could topple. That's unusual. Excuse me. I don't usually get cold 30 pulses, I just get crashes. Yes, that's me, I'm eating nuts. This will catch it, but go back into the game, it'll crash me underneath the planet. Oh no, it won't. It'll cost 30,000. Can't wait to get the F8 Lightning. I am not into combat. So that F8 Lightning will be going on with Polaris. And just so all you guys who's got a Polaris, do not think for 1 minute that your Cutlass Black can fit in there. It cannot. There's a division at the back that says it can't. I could show you that, couldn't I? Tell you what, I'll go into that now and show you why it can't fit. Just let me check my stats first. Oh, I tell you what, just let me come out this because those temperatures look very high. What I'm going to be doing now, I'm actually going to be going into Fleet 40 view. I'm going to show you a few of these ships as we see it. hungry? You hungry? I'll sort out animal for you, okay? What's your boss going to show? Ah, yeah, the Polaris. You see, when we've been looking at the Polaris and putting our ships in, we've always done it from the outside. And we've always done it from here to here and the total width. Well, actually, there's a partition from here to here. Okay? Now, when you've done that, basically what I'm trying to say is the cutlass back is almost it's longer than the width that's specified, but if I bring it down, you'll see why. This is where the ships will go inside this hangar bay, but on the ship, as you know it, as you can see, if you look at the partitions, you see it starts from there, but there's a divider in between, so there's no way you're going to get a Freelancer in there. When the gingerhead guy, I can't remember his name, so I'm not going to insult him, okay? I'm not saying this because he's ginger, that's not what I mean, I just can't remember his name. I think, you know, he did say that there's no way a cutlass back was fit in there. That's what you're talking about. Of course a cutlass back's going to fit in there. But he didn't tell me that there was a divider in the middle. As you can see, look at it. That's the divider. But I do believe, and also I must have been about half a dozen arrows in there on the same belief. Okay? But I do believe the F8 Lightning can go in here. Okay? And that's the reasons why. This ship is the same size as the Reclaimer. The Reclaimer can fit on Port Olisar if they don't change things. And if they do make this look a bit bigger, it should still fit. Now, I have another problem with this. I believe this ship can fit a tank in there. Yes, it can, okay? I'm not going to go into any more details, okay? I do a lot of ship comparisons. I spend hours doing these things, okay? I could be wrong as usual. What I'm trying to do is get to the bay. Remember, these will change, okay? But what I'm kind of worried about, let's forget about the landing bay for a minute. I mean the cargo bay. As it stands here now, it's a bit difficult. CCIG changes things every so often. Basically, this ship has a cargo bay of 230 odd. You said that's ample, but it's not. It's not about cargo. The ship can hold about 30 odd people, okay? It's what it can carry, what you put in it, utilities, other obstacles. Now, the cargo bay, I think is small. I can't get to it actually at the moment. I'm sure that's a cargo bay, you know. There's the cargo bay. It just looks a bit different today. Ah, that's better. Right. One side is the cargo bay, and this other side is going to be for other utilities. Now, for a big ship like that, it's not about carrying cargo. It's a big, massive ship. Now, it's supposed to be able to go in deep into space. It's going to need to carry utilities of whatever nature. Okay? And I think that is too small. I think they should double the size, use both sides as a cargo bay so it's got more versatile. So it can carry different things. I know it's supposed to do certain things, but it's a multi-role ship and it can do a heck of a lot. Try to get into a bit more. I'm not explaining things there properly. As you can see, one side is cargo and the other side is something else. I think they should make all this section here into I won't say cargo bay, I'll use the word utility. You can get a tank in there, one tank, but you don't know what it's going to be later on. I don't say it's going to have this in there, I'm not going to say it's going to have that in there, but the amount of people it's going to have on there. And it's not a small ship, it's a capital ship. And they're going to be going deep into space. They're going to need to carry certain bits of supplies and whatnot. Now let's say how big is it? 230 cargo crates. And let's say a cargo crate as a standard size is 1 meter long. Look at the missiles. They're 10 meters. To their sizes, 10 meters square is 10 cargo meters long, okay, by 1 meter square. Now this ship takes 23 size 10 missiles, or is it 32? I can't remember. If you wanted to carry spare missiles, we know it's not built for that. It could only carry half the missiles to re-equip it. Now that's giving you an example. You're going to want to carry, you won't be carrying missiles because you don't need all the missiles. But basically what I'm saying, it's going to be too small. You're going to need to carry extra supplies of this. You're going to need to carry utility vehicles. If it has to go on land, it's going to have to carry a lot of extra stuff. I think they should use both sides and make it one big. So 230, that means it'd make it 560. For the size of ship, I think, yeah. Now, a lot of you guys will disagree, but it's a big massive ship. And I think just for that size of cargo, it's not just about carrying cargo to make money. You know what I mean? It can do other things, but the ship is versatile, it's multi-role. And at the end of the day, these ships will be going deep into space. It will need the facilities to get there, because this ship will drink a lot of fuel. It needs to do repairs to other ships, okay? And just the fuel alone, it's a heavy brick. It doesn't make fuel, it doesn't make things, you know what I mean? All depends on the role it's going to be. So I think CIG, take the consideration in that cargo there. I think that should be a bit bigger. Move this section here to somewhere else, whatever, I don't know. It's my summary. Now, let's take a look at the Pioneer, another one of my ships. You've not seen inside there yet, have you? They say that takes 600 cargo units. Yes, it does, but not in the way that you know it. Sorry, I speak double Dutch. Some of you guys will find it difficult to understand where I'm coming from sometimes, okay? Well, what ship am I looking for again? My bad memory. Somebody just said it. Yeah, the Pioneer. Just remember, these ships will change. I did speculate it was going to make it bigger, but I don't think they are actually. They're just going to move things around. Hope they do something with the power plant on that there too. That might be too small. Right, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I could give you more things on this. I just want to bring that up. Right, what else is there? I'm still looking for the Pioneer. I know it's there. There we are. Right. This is what everybody's going to like. How is this going to work? Too long to explain. So I'm going to explain it the best way I can. Ah, now you recognize it. I've not done my true size comparison properly, but that's the landing deck. When it's empty, I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to use the SUV in there because it can move crates around. When it's empty, I'm hoping to put a ship inside there. Okay, might be the SUV. Might not be able to do a cutlass black. I've done a size, I can't remember the sizes properly, but it'll be going in there. Okay, you got cargo, you got 300 on this side and you got 300 on that side. It took me ages to work it out. Basically, that's the loading bay and they ship it across over to there. Okay, but how is it going to be built? Right, you get the cargo from here. Okay, and the construction is made for up here in different sections. They make it into one section, they build it up and it's into a bigger block. You see it, and these are what they call it. Now, how do these get into this section? This arm will open up long ways, and as it's being built into the section, remember they'll be building 6 sections, 6 of these units, okay, 2 long and oh gosh, is it 2 long and 6 wide. When they build it, it'll go 2 long, this will open up into a long arm, which you see in what they call it, and it'll be pushed forward. Okay, as you can see there. Then when it's pushed, okay, I've got better colour on this. And so I'm not able to explain it okay properly, but some of you guys will be able to follow me what I'm saying. This is the cargo, okay. Now the cargo will be shipped across here. Then it's going to be constructed into the prefabs, but it's not one big massive prefabs, okay. It'll be 6 small prefabs joined together with glue, and they'll be pushed up into here, loaded into here to big prefab. Then this will open up into a long arm, okay. Then the 2 prefabs will be pushed down here, okay, and when it's pushed, it will then go there, okay. That's 2 prefabs joined together. That's them 2 joined together. Okay. Then they're going to construct another 2, because then they'll close it back up. Construct another 2, swing out the arm, push it back down here. Okay. These 2 then will be pushed down, and then you've got 4 prefabs there glued together, making one big prefab. Then they're going to get another 2, construct it there, push out the arm, push it back down. Okay, like an escalator. Now you've got 6 prefab, and them 6 prefabs will look like one big massive prefabs. Okay, remember it loads 300 here, but obviously somewhere along the way you'll have another 300, but that's where they come in. It took me ages to work it out and whatnot. Then what happens there, when they've done that, they've got the escalator. I can show you other pictures, but I'm going to try to do my best from here. Right, they've got a crane, okay. If you look at the bottom there, how it lifts up, the prefabs are constructed there. Then they've got a crane that lifts up the 6 prefabs, escalates it along here. The bottom then opens up and it's glued to the ground. And this is what Chris meant. You will not be able to use the SUVs to move these because these prefabs will be cemented into the ground. So that's the only reason why it can't be, because it'd be too big. So that's my theory and how these will work. Okay, it's a big ship, but it's constructed in different parts. Now what it can do depends on the size. Now I worked it out to be 8 meters. I can't, just guessing, theorizing. That's 8 meters, 60 meters wide by 4. It's 4 long. I can't remember the sizes. I'll be guessing there. You know what I mean? I say it's about 60 meters wide by 36 meters long. I can't remember. I've not got the figures in front of me, but that is what I think they're going to be doing with this ship. I could give you all different sizes and all different pictures, but I wasn't going to be doing this today actually. So I just thought I'd just give you a little quickies. So as you can see, there's a lot more to it than what meets the eye. But I spent hours looking at these kind of things. Yes, they can change at any time, but at the end of the day, it's what it's all about. And they want ideas from you. These are the cranes. These are cranes that will be pulling it across. But like I said, it's difficult for me to show you. Okay, it's constructed. They lift up onto cranes. The belly, the bottom of them opens up, just like the top. It's dropped into the ground. Right, what's next? So you've seen the Polaris, now you've seen this. I want to give you quick ideas, okay? Let's look at the Kraken. There's a lot going in this Kraken, a lot. And that's where I got the idea from the grey cats. I need about at least 4 grey cats on there, if not more. 270 meters long that ship is. Begins with a K. Can't see, I'm on the other side of the room, you see. There we are. This is the Kraken. Okay. Nice ship. This is a civilian ship. Okay. This is not going to be the only carrier out there. This is the first of the smallest. Forget about the AORUS. This is no in comparison. That's a battleship in the manner of speaking. This can hold twice the amount. Okay, this ship is a bloody good ship as it stands now until the ships come out. This ship alone has cost me £7,000. So yeah, you heard right, over £7,000 this ship has cost me. But it only cost £1,000. Like I said, it's cost me £7,000 for this ship. This ship is more expensive than the AORUS. Well, why is it so expensive? You've got to equip the bloody ship, don't you? You've got to equip the ship. Alright? You've got to equip the ship. But every ship you put on here, okay, it costs. I got ships on here that can do every role and look after itself on here. It's not military, it can do military. It's a civilian ship. It can supply itself depending on the ships you've got on there and where you want to move around. Plus it's got its own aid. Okay? I can fit 2, what are them ships called again? Hammerheads on the wings. Those will be used for defense and strategy, depending how they go about it. If it fits, it sits. They go on the wings. They're messing about with the Carrack at the moment, but I'm hoping to God the carrot can fit on here. It did before they messed around with the wheels, the landing strokes, so I'm not too sure. You can even get the 600i on here. Trust me, I've had it on. You can get the what's the other big ship they've got out there? You can get the Caterpillar on there. Yeah, you know that. The only ship I can't get on here is a starfarer. Okay. Now you start adding these ships on there. Basically, if that ship can fit on here, I'll be traveling with it. Okay. Now, all these ships here are for different roles. Basically, I've got the prospector. The prospector mining ship, so he's going to need to get minerals because obviously you're going to have to mine. If you're in a distant planet or a distant world, because we don't want to be going back to places, you're going to need a mining ship to get minerals. You're going to need a salvage ship. You're going to need, well, I just mentioned names, not going into too many details. You're going to need an SUV. SUV, yeah, because it can move cargo. And as the ships come out, ships cancel out other ships. There was another ship on there, I can't remember. And you got what was it? Search and rescue. Data running. The Harold. You see, 4 different jobs. Now most people are in the org like to do combat, so they're going to want to do combat training. 4 little arrows on there. Blah blah blah. Now you've got your little fleet of escorts for training. You see, the price is now starting to build. Yes, I know you can get them in game, but the game's not going to be out for another 2 to 3 to 4 years, and I want to speculate what I can do now. I want the F8 Lightning. That's going inside the Polaris. The Polaris will be the escort for this ship. Why? Because that ship has got a long range scanner. I'd be pretty upset if they took that off. Okay. Plus, this ship hasn't got a medical bay. The Polaris has got a medical bay, and so has the Kraken, the Carrack. Okay. But with the little transporters, the SUVs I've got, they can transport people off the ship into the Polaris when it's around. Security, you break the law. This has got no brig in here. The Polaris has got a brig. You see how things start adding up? You know what I mean? Then you got the Pioneer base building. That will be part of the fleet. So you do need 2 dedicated pilots, 3 dedicated pilots, just for those 3 ships alone. All the other ships that are sat on here, right? You don't need to pilot because if it can transport them, they don't need to fly. You only fly them when you need them. So basically, I know you'll need more pilots obviously, but let's just keep it simple. You just need 1 pilot on the ship. Everybody else is crew. Okay? Right. Now, it says it fits small fighters, but if the legs can fit on these decks, it will sit. It's all about if the legs will fit, and that is what I base ships landing on here. Okay? Then you've got the hangar deck. These will be used for repair bays. Okay? It can do other things, but let's keep it simple. Okay? Now, that you got to be careful because it's got a divider. Okay? The ship is not from here to here that fits in here. It's actually from there to there. Just like the Polaris, it's got dividers inside. Okay? As you can see, those are the dividers. They don't go all the way. As you can see. You see the dividers? So this is the workspace you got to work with in the ships. So be careful. Don't be doing the same thing you did with the Polaris. Thinking, oh, you can fit this in there. No, you can't. Okay? As you can see. These are the dividers. Alright? So it's what fits in this unit here. And that's where you're going to be limited to. I can go through a heck of a lot more things, which I'm going to try and do as quickly as I can, because this shit's got a lot going for it. I was in Spectrum a few months back, and I was telling about this ship can be very modular because of its cargo bay. Everybody was turning around saying, oh, it's got a cargo bay underneath here. That can be modular, but it's not very high. But it's part of the big modular bay. I'm going to go from the other side. I spent hours speculating, okay? Nobody's seen these ships yet, so you know as much as me. But at the end of the day, I spend time to be told it doesn't do that. Only the creators know what they're doing, okay? But I'm going to bring it down more. I said there was two sides to the cargo bay, which I still swear by, okay? And each bay holds 8 big containers, 16 containers in total, okay? Now, because we couldn't see these pictures, I couldn't explain it properly, but I can now. We could only see one side. This is what we was looking at, okay? 8 containers on that side and 8 containers on that side, okay? Some people say I'm talking through my arse again, but still, let's try and keep it simple. Now, what everybody else was seeing was this. Everybody was seeing was that, but that's not very high. But that is a loading bay where the doors open. But yes, you can fit cargo in there, okay? But it's a loading bay. I mean where the doors hatch opens up, as you can see. That's the cargo doorway opens, and at the side is where the cargo goes. I got criticized heavily, okay, because I'm good at visualizing things. Basically, that's the hatch door. I could be wrong. That's the hatch door. So whatever fits in there can go into what they call, and I said if you can get them big 64 big containers in there, you can do a heck of a lot more with that cargo bay, depending on what you use it on. Okay, that is a cargo bay door, okay, and you can fit the big containers there. But the main cargo bay is bear with me. I'm just having trouble at the moment. That is the big main cargo bay there, okay? And they lifted through the what they call it. Now let's go a bit further. Yeah, you can fit tanks on here, but what CIG forgot to tell you, how you gonna get these tanks from out of the cargo bay into I'm making CIG work for their living. They took me bloody money, they're gonna work for their bloody living. Right, how are you going to get the tanks and the rovers up here at the end of the day? Eh? You never thought about that, did you? Well, you can. But you can't use them little train trams. You can't use the little train trams. It means going to what they call it. I'm going to do my best here. You know the little train trams that got that runs down the middle? They can only hold 4 people. 2, 4, 6, 3, 6. Well, basically, the tanks and the rovers cannot travel on them escalators. There is no way it can be done. Okay? It can't even go on these pulleys because there's no way it can be done. Now this is where the SUV comes into play, and these are what these things are. They might come out on there, and the SUVs that's on the ships. Ah, that was the third one, the SUVs, the ones that have the tractor beams. We'll pick them up off here, put them onto here so you can drive them onto your caterpillar. No, not your caterpillar. Your Kraken, if your Kraken can hold it, and all them other ships. That's the only way you're gonna get the cargo from out of here onto the landing decks, them big massive crates, and that includes them big vehicles like the Rovers, etc. They cannot drive through the ship. Okay, the only thing that can drive through the ship, of my speculation, is the grey cats. How long will it take for a grey cat to get from this side of the ship to this side of the ship at the end of the day? And it's 300 meters. Yeah, I know it's 270. God, come on, bear with me, you guys. You guys are very hypocritical. I've heard it all before. Okay, approximate. Okay, right? How long will it take you? You're on the battle. You need to get your crew from one side to the other side, and the tram or the train is busy. You're not going to sit down there wait for the next train, and you can't run 300 meters. You're not Usain Bolt, okay? So don't think about it. That's where those grey cats are going to come in bloody handy. But at the end of the day, all you guys who've got these Krakens, you need to start spending your money and start planning ahead. You think this is a battleship? It's not military. It's a multi-purpose poor man's dream, and it is one of the most expensive ships in the game at the moment. Take my word for it. You start putting your ships on that, okay, it's gonna cost you pennies. Okay, right, what else? Secondly, okay, let's go a step further. I know it's not practical. The ship holds 4,000 cargo units, okay, but think about them ships, the ships that we use that's got them carriers. You forgot about the landing decks. They can hold cargo on there. Not that you're going to use it for that, because obviously it's going to be too damn heavy. It's not going to be able to take off and all this bullshit. Yeah, we've heard it all before. Oh, come on, you guys. You got a brain, use it, okay? Sorry, I am not listening to none of you guys, because I've been insulted and been talked down so many times, but I've not seen you sit down and come up with a better answer. All I've heard you guys hear is what this guy has said and what that guy has said. You've got a brain, use your own common sense, use your own philosophy. I'm not saying it's right, but you've got an imagination at the end of the day, use it. This ship has got so much going for it, and it's only £1,000, but it's a bit more than that, obviously, okay? And I still say this ship will kick the ass off the AORUS. Yes, it's a stronger ship. Yes, it's got a better hull, it's got 2 extra shields and all this kind of lot. But this has got some serious firepower. And the ships it's got at the end of the day, if you can get the power plant down on that AORUS with them disruptor guns or whatever you've got on this ship, that ship don't stand a cat. So this kid's got ship, he's got so much going for it, it's unbelievable. Okay, but don't underestimate it and don't overestimate it. It's still a very, very, very weak ship. This ship is a supply ship. Okay, it's not built for war, it's not built for destruction, but obviously after the war they couldn't throw the ship away, so they sold it to us civilians. Yeah, and we are now making money out of it. It does a heck of a lot more things, but I could go into it all day, what I could do with this ship. Okay, but this is my speculation, this is my dream, this is my money, and this is the way I'm spending it. I can be wrong, I get it wrong, I'll sell the ship. I ain't gonna do that, okay? Unless something comes out like the Bengal carrier to equivalent. Yes, this is the smallest carrier out there, so CIG is gonna be making more in the future. And what's it gonna cost? Depends how deep your pocket is. I would say the next carrier will be about £5,000 if they do come one out, and it'll be a big ship. That's the landing deck. The repair base. Got lots of things on this ship. Okay, the guns on this. Ooh. So you can see why this ship cost me so much now. It's not just the ship itself. This ship is so versatile. You just have to sit down there and work it out. And like our minion said today, which I'd already speculated, it could be your base of sensible, what they call it, for pulling people out of transaction and whatnot, and then when people suss you out, you'll be moving it around. Well, at the end of the day, I think that's a waste of money, because people's going to get killed, people's going to get hurt, ships are going to blow up, it's still going to cost you. But I'm into civilian, I'm out there to make money, so I'm going to work for my money. The guys will learn defense and strategy and make money and multi-role play, because at the end of the day there's a lot of new mechanics coming out. Our players are not going to be around Port Olisar being shot at. We're going to be deep into space, and most of them small little bug ships will not be able to reach there. Big ships will not attack us. Why? Because it costs time and money, okay? And if the ship blows up, it's going to spend months of days or weeks to get that ship back, and they're going to be losing players. People with experience are not going to be shooting people unprovoked. Small players will do, but they cannot reach into that sector, okay? They cannot. So it's all about defense and strategy. Plus I'm into defense and strategy. I got shields, I got this, I got that. I'm planning for them now. It's not out in the game yet, I've heard it all before. You sit down there playing toy soldiers, okay? Right, one more other thing. What are you going to do when you've made a lot of money? Like I said, that's the only time certain players will come back into the area to sell. But it all depends. You know what I mean? We don't know, we can only speculate. I've got ships at the moment that can take over 100,000 cargo units. I think it's 1,200. Our whole E is 100, just under 100,000. About 130,000 cargo units of ships I've got alone that can carry cargo. And the 4 top players in my fleet, I've got near enough about the same. We've got nearly every ship out there. Until they've worked out what they're doing with their ship, the players will play with me until they've got their act together, and they will go with them. We're planning from now on how the game's going to be, or how we would like to play the game. And as they alter the game, we will alter our strategy. Okay, like I said, I could talk about the ship all day. Okay, this ship is the best ship in the game. Did somebody say the javelin is? No, the javelin's not. The javelin, you'll be fighting for work. Okay? The javelin can hold 300 people in there, yeah. But they get bored. Why? People want to do combat. It's only got one landing deck. Okay? So obviously, you got to be careful where you put in that landing deck. Yeah, you can hold cargo, but I would use that ship to live on. And these ships just transport backwards and forwards. This is a carrier. This has got multi-role play. This is an escort. This does everything. I want a javelin, okay, but not in the same way. When I first saw the javelin, I wasn't going to buy it because I had no use for it. Because all I saw was just guns. I didn't see no ship to carry. I couldn't see how it could defend itself. I could see it defending itself, but I couldn't see nothing. And having 300 people on a ship, what they're going to do? Push pens all day? Sit and play pool? No, it's a ship of rest. But like I says, it's how you see the game until the ships come out. But yes, I will be investing in a javelin, but you can't buy a javelin at the moment, because every time CIG comes out with a javelin, everybody use them keyloggers or them bots and blocks the server. So you'll see one person with 15 javelins and us guys can't get any. When they came out with this Kraken, that was the fairest way anybody could buy ships, and they're not going to do that again. So we all have a chance. Why should one person have 13, 25 javelins and then put it on the grey market for 5 times the amount? Yes, they are doing that. I think that is unfair. Do you want me to give you an example? Look at the Polaris. Not the Polaris. Look at the 890 jump. The 890 jump coming up for 300 quid. Okay. It is now selling on eBay for £1,500. £1,500. That guy bought the lot and sold them on eBay. Now that's wrong. That's wrong. But at the end of the day, if CIG has thought about it, when they were selling these ships, okay, there is a way you could have sold them. You make them LTI. They sell them in the game, okay. So when they're raising the prices, everybody says, oh, raise the price, wait, you can get it up eBay now, but you got to pay this. But if you wait till the end of the year, you can get it, but you can't buy that ship now. So they know that, hey, I got this ship for LTI, £1,500. So this guy says, LTI, 1,500 quid. You made a mistake, CIG, right? You should have kept it in game, kept it as LTI, kept the price at the same. Don't keep raising the price every year. You want to make money, come out with a new ship. Then these guys won't be going there and buying them ships. They'll be buying new and better ships. And that's where you make your money, because they won't go buy these old relics. Okay? Don't raise the price of your ships. Keep it at the same price. Keep to your standard what you want. If it's a limited ship and you want to send it in the air, the guys will wait till the end of the year, because they don't want to spend £1,500 for this new ship when they know if they wait till the end of the year it's 300 quid. Okay, and it's still LTI. You come out with a new ship, don't raise the price of the ship. Come out with a new ship and keep it at the same price. So if you come out with the Bengal carrier, it's £5,000. How many you got? So you got 15 selling. Okay, this one guy's gonna buy the whole lot, block the server. I want 15 grand for that, but because nobody can buy it. You know what I mean? Keep it as a limited ship, £5,000. If it's once a year, these guys won't buy these ships on eBay. They will wait, but find a fairer system. Do it like you did with these Krakens. You'll find out it's happy. You want your limited ships, they will be happy like that because they know it's coming out, etc. Let's go one step further. Let's talk about the whole E. That ship is supposed to be LTI. I'm pissed off with that ship. I'm talking about the whole E. Okay? How can I explain this now without offending anybody? Bear with me, you guys, okay? I got chingbag in my ears. The whole E is supposed to be LTI. Right. People saved up, can't afford £500 for that ship. Alright? It is an expensive ship. So what they've done, they bought the whole A. Okay? Cheap £30 ship, and each week they're saving up for that whole E. Okay? They're saving up for the ship. Now you turn around now and say you can't have that ship no more. You got to buy it as normal. That's wrong, because nobody doesn't want the whole A no more, or they've got to settle for less. Basically, if you're not going to sell the ship for LTI, you should have not have put the ship out there. Okay, this year you went as normal. You should have left it out. Next year, if you want the ship out, you put the ship out, and it's LTI. So we've got a choice. So these guys know when the ship comes out, it's LTI. Yeah, I can buy me LTI ship. But you didn't do that. You took it up and said we're privileged. No, we are the customers out there. We are not privileged. Okay, because we're spending money to sell you this ship, buy the ships of the game. So when you came out with the whole E, right, and said it's not LTI, you should have not have put the ship on the market. You should have left it off. That's what you should have done. That's my unhappiness, because I bought ships to upgrade to that ship for LTI and found out I couldn't buy it. I've now got a ship down there, 6-9 years, blah blah blah. Okay, you should have left it off like you usually do. Oh, this ship's not going to be on this year, it's going to be on next year, and you have the choice to buy it LTI or you have the ship to buy it whatever. Okay, that was a problem, because when you came out with the ship in your first brochure, you said we could upgrade it and it could be this, and now you've changed it, and that is wrong. I still disagree. I'm not explaining it properly, but try to understand from a customer's point of view. You buy something, you haven't got the money, so you found a way to save up for it. Then when you've saved up for it, it's not there. You can't turn around to a person and say, well, you can buy something else. Okay, I go to a chippy and I want fish and chips. I don't want to expect the man to put sausages on my plate. I went there for fish and chips. Don't put sausages on my plate. I could have an allergy. I could be Muslim, or I could be a vegetarian, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's telling people what they can do and what they can't do. Just say, I'm sorry, I haven't got it available at this moment, but we might have it next year. We will respect that. If you can see where I'm coming from, I've got a funny way of explaining things, but I think you can see where I'm coming from, okay? The ship came out in the beginning, you've got 5 variations, and you says, yes, later on, it can be LTI. If you haven't got it, you can save up for it. So these people haven't got 500 quid, or they've got to wait till the end of the month, or they wait till the end till they get the tax allowances. I'll buy this whole A for 35 quid, and I will wait until the end of the year, and when the shit comes up, I'm going to upgrade it to LTI. Now we can't have it. So what's going to happen now? We melt our ships. The money's locked in the game. We can't ask back for our money because you said to us we've got 28 days. Oh, come on, think about where I'm coming from. We want to keep you happy. We want to be happy. I'm speaking on the majority because I've been into marketing, but I've just got a funny way of explaining things, okay? But I think you understand where I'm coming from. There's a lot more things I can go from. Yes, I'm not mocking this guy. I spent nearly 10 grand in the game and I haven't seen me spending yet. And I spent a heck of a lot on hardware, okay? I love the game to bits. And I don't think the game ain't gonna fail. So don't think that for 1 minute. I'm just saying logic and keeping people happy, okay? At the end of the day, it's not about saying things bad. We're all entitled to voice our opinion. People voice it in the wrong way, so people see it as offensive. I'm not an offensive person, but sometimes my wording comes out wrong, especially if I'm misunderstood. But explain all of that. I said it more than once before, but I think you can see where I'm coming from. Anyway, let's move away from those two topics now. Let's go back to the whole E. Whole E, okay. Nice ship. That's the whole E. Now this is a big transport ship, as you can see. This ship is supposed to be very versatile and very modular. I'm not going to go into all its details, alright? But it needs to offload. Yes, we know it can only offload the decks. Yes, we know it can't go into this and whatnot. But look, think of a forklift truck. You've got these big lorries and they've got these forklifts on the back to take off the load. Now, this can hold a forklift truck, an SUV. Where can it go where it's not going to look stupid? An SUV with a clamp, just like the Constellation SUV. You can fit 2 actually, right between the engines. One there, put on brackets, and one there, put on brackets. Why they said SUV? It's got a tractor beam, so if it can't go certain places, it can pick off one of these loads and transport it. Think about it, CIG. You kill 2 stones with 1 bird. 2 stones with 1 bird, 1 bird with 2 stones. You know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? A little transporter on the back, like a forklift truck. Something sensible. The SUV, you don't need to build no issue. Just put a couple of clamps in between there. Okay. You've got one SUV there, and you've got an SUV there. And we go in certain places where this is not allowed to go. The SUV is taken out, flown out, and onto here. Think about it, CIG. This ship is very modular. I can go into a lot more things and how many guns this ship can take. And I won't go into all of that. But you won't see that in game for now, you guys. Okay? CIG is too busy. But I do think they should have let's say a forklift. I mean some sort of a transporter to offload it. Okay? That's what I mean. It'll take them a long time, but it will give them a purpose at the end of the day. Okay, that was a short escapade on that. What else can I do before I come off this? What else have we got? Yeah, we did talk about the 890 jump. There's a lot of changes on the 890 jump, a heck of a lot. But one thing I do believe, they've made the cargo space very, very small. But like I says, it's not just about cargo. It's about utilities, what you can fit inside it. Give me the idea of the 600i. You can only carry 440 cargo units, but later on it can carry more. But it's the utilities you can put inside, i.e. you can fit 2 cyclones in there, 1 rover, 6 noxes, and about 4 grey cats, just in the 600i cargo. Yes, I've done it, okay, as the game stands now. Where is the 600i? Every time I go in that ship, I always speculate how big it can be. As you can see, I'm just gonna go to the oh, this is the old version. Well, I can't show you on this one because it's not complete. Well, I can skip that. If I can't give you an example, can't give you an example, okay? You can actually make money on this ship, but it all depends on that cargo space and what you can do with it. All goes to your mind. Now they've got the grey cats in there, it's going to help you a lot. The Apollo Maverick. This ship, no, that's not the wrong ship. That can fit a couple of small utility ships on that. What I'm looking for is the Merlin. They said the Merlin can fit a couple of grey cats. I mean, couple of Nox in there. Now they brought the grey cats into game. It'll be good for transporting little things and things like that. Ah, the ship I was looking for was the that new ship. What's it called? That's a bloody powerful ship, that, you know. That ship is 5 times more powerful than the Cutlass Black when it comes to firepower. So basically, you need 5 Cutlass Blacks, which will cost you 500 quid, and that one's 300 quid. What's it called again? Where is it? There it is. Corsair. This ship I didn't like at first, and I'm still debating, do I buy it or buy it not. See, I'm not into combat, you see. But if you look very closely at it, it's got another bay underneath. Which hasn't been said. If I can zoom in, I'm going through these quickly, you guys, okay? Oh, we'll talk about the cargo bay. When I first saw this ship, just like the Polaris, I said to myself, oh yes, you can get 2 rovers in there, but you can't. You can only get 1 in there, okay? That's the ramp. Those are the stairs. This is where the cargo goes, and that's where the rover goes, okay? Now, if you try to get 2 rovers in there, it's not going to go because it's too big. Now, if they changed the stairs and made it go long ways, then yes, but there must have been a reason why they did it like that. I can't see the reason being because the door's still narrow. But it can only fit one Rover in there, and this is where the cargo will go in there. Okay, nothing wrong with that. This is where all the modules will be going. Oh, you can't do that, can you? I'm supposed to be showing you the underneath of the ship, but I'm having trouble at the moment. You see, I've got to get the colours right, you see. I need to see where I'm coming from. Ah, that's better. Right, as you can see, this floor is raised up from the normal, what they call it, but it's flush all the way along. Now, if you look very carefully, it's almost another level. So this is going to be used for something. Okay, might be data running, smuggling, or whatever. But if they don't use it, it's waste space, and I think they're going to be using it for something. As you can see, you've got this, and that's more than 6 feet in height. If you look very carefully, I'm trying to move it along. From this end to that end is flush, and I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think that's going to be the case, because if it is, that is a heck of a lot of waste space there. Smuggling, whatever, Jeffrey's tube. It could be even like the Merlin, the Star Runner. Secondly, if you notice, these rotate, and when they rotate, instead you got thrusters going forward to push it backwards. Forward, obviously, yeah, pushes it out, it pushes forward. These can rotate, so the thrusters can go up in the air like a jet. So it's going to be pretty quick. It should be able to take more load and get out the atmosphere pretty quick. This takes 4 size 5 guns. That's size gimbal size 4. So it takes 6 size 4 guns. That is a lot of firepower for the pilot. Those are size 4s. Okay, those are for this, the 2 crew members. The co-pilot will be using that. Okay, and the pilot will be using these 4 guns and the 2 on the wings. That is a lot of firepower. Okay, you don't want to get in the way of this. But as I said, I'm not into combat. It can fit on my Kraken, but I still can't find a use for it yet, so I haven't bought it. Crucible. As the game, as it stands there now, take my word for it. Yeah. This ship can fit 4 tanks in there. Yes, trust me. This is a loading bay. Alright. That's a loading bay. I know we've got loading bay other places. But like I said, people see these ships as cargo ships or whatnot, or what CIG tells them. But if you've got a brain, you can do a lot more. This can fit between 5 and 6 tanks. I repeat, tonks. So the Inspector Clouseau will say, I can't know the guy's name, so I have to use ways of expressing myself, okay? So I'll take my word for it, and I am going to get this, but it can't fit on my Kraken. And don't forget, I've been doing transports, you see, but the Kraken's got ships that can do repair, so it cancels this out, so I can find a use for it. Because fuel is something that's not going to be easy to get hold of. If you see at CIG, they just discovered you have to mine for oil, but that kind of oil, not gases, as in water for hydrogen. You know what I mean? I was talking to other players about this, and I got criticised. I don't know anything, you see. This can fit between 6 and 5 tanks. Okay. Right. What else is there? I don't want the Hercules because I've got the Kraken. The Hercules can fit 2 Auroras in there, by the way, okay? I am looking for a ship. By the way, is it the Reclaimer or is it the Orion? It's got 2 size 3 tractor beams on there. A tractor beam's a tractor beam, okay? And that means it can carry twice the amount of cargo if it's used for that, just like the MPVs. But they're trying to say it's different. A tractor beam's a tractor beam. The Cutlass Black's tractor beam is being downgraded. That starfarer, as you know it, can hold just under 300 cargo units. If you want to know the truth, it can hold 4,000. So if you've got your starfarer, don't give up on it, because these module bays can be transported into cargo. And what CIG is trying to say, right, with oil, it's a heavier substance than water and gas in such a way, you know what I mean? It can't mine it, okay, but it needs to be able to carry it, because if it can't carry, I'm just going to call it oil, okay? I know you call it quantum fuel, but let me call it oil, okay? Okay? On those long fleets, you need to be able to carry oil. Yes, the big ships can carry its own containers, its own supply, and we can siphon it back through the tanks, but that's what these ships need to be done at the end of the day. They'll work something out, okay? But by rights, I'll be traveling with spare quantum fuel. But that's what these will be doing, the refineries basically. And if you think the Orion's going to be coming out for now, forget it, you guys. They've got 3 or 2 more mining ships to come out before that comes out. Why? Because they're going to be pushing up the price of the Orion. Okay? Sorry CIG, think about it. The guys want to know the truth at the end of the day. If you're going to let it out now. Okay? But you think about it, that shit came out at 350 quid. You've just come out with the Prospector. We came out with the Prospector, that was 150 quid. You had to raise the price of the Orion. Now you've got 2 more ships to come out before that. So it's equal. And that ship is too low. So obviously, as you can see, yeah, I know you're going to be putting the prices up on that. But you can't do it in one big go. And this is where we've gone wrong. People's going to start buying these ships on LTI, blah, blah, blah. You've got that bloody big confusion again. So what do? Come out with something different, upgrade it and whatnot. Be careful. It's hard. It's a monopoly. I've been in business like that. And I know you don't take something out unless you got something in place to take it over. In the car industry, you use Audi for instance, they don't come out with the A1. They come out with the A7, A8. Okay? And what they do, they take those parts up and put them into small cars that's affordable. They use the big cars as a template. Prototype. Hammerhead, nothing to do with the hammerhead. That's just standard. I can think of some upgrades for standard, but that's too late now. There is one more ship I'm looking at before I come offline. 890 jump. I did have some questions on the 890 jump, but they've already cleared it up. The only thing I don't agree with is they've dropped the cargo bay. Like I said, it's not just about cargo. It carries passengers. It's a utility ship. It needs space to carry things. Okay? Now, what they've done now, they have made it longer. This might come back a bit. They've moved this forward here now, and you can get 300i in there. But in the last model, the ship came from the bottom. It now comes from the top. Okay, as you can see. And the only way that ship could come out is from the bottom to go down, but you'd have the landing structure which could get in the way, so it would have been a pain. Yeah, so now they've moved it and it's now in this section here. I haven't seen it, I'm speculating, okay? And it's going to be 2 ships, so they've dropped that back a bit, made this longer, and now you can fit a 300i. That will be the length of 2 85x's, okay? And this will open up from the top, which is right. But what they've done, they've now moved the landing bay, the cargo bay, to the back. Originally it was supposed to be here, adjacent to the cargo bay, to the what they call it, to make it more versatile. But they've now split it. The landing bay, the cargo bays at the back, might be because of the struts or whatever. But you've lost the utility space. Hard. Like I said, I don't see some of these ships for cargo. I see them for utilities and different types of transportation. So I'm not too keen on that. But one thing I will say about this ship, it's got so many points of defense on it. Okay, and minimal crew can fly this ship. You want to stay away from the ship. Okay, you want to stay away from this ship. If you've got a little bug ship and you attack this ship, you will be annihilated. Okay, this is a cap ship and it's got capital this and it's got capital that. It might have a weak hull, but if they can keep them shields up, this ship ain't going down. The automated towers, if they do it right, it's going to be dangerous. But I'm not buying it. I don't think it's got what I want on there no more. And I've almost reached my 10 grand limit, and there's nothing in there that's going to make me spend over that 10 grand. Endeavour. Endeavour. This ship is so modular, it's unbelievable. You cannot imagine what this ship can do. You name it, the module hasn't come out for it yet. I was talking to the miss about this ship and I'm trying to remember. This ship has got capital this and it's got capital that. And the first thing you see, it's only got 2 guns. This ship has got more firepower than what you can imagine. What do you mean, Pepper? When they create the modules, this will be like a buddy gun ship. Like I says, the modules, they haven't done it yet. Okay, you just need somebody to work out the mechanics to do it, and it's players like me and you that will give CIG the ideas. Alright, this ship is a very powerful ship. Don't think because it's got no guns it can't defend itself. The modules are not out there yet. Okay, that ship there, you see, it just takes an imagination to play the game. Okay, you don't want people putting you up and say it can't do this, it's not supposed to do that, we don't want this, can't do everything, and we don't want to do everything at the end of the day. It just takes your imagination, and if enough people speak about it, CIG will put it in. But CIG is only listening to the backers at the moment, which I'm not saying is wrong, okay, but they find it difficult too, but they're burnt out There are only a handful of people trying to create ideas. So now we go on Spectrum, we do YouTube, and this is where they get their ideas from. But as they would say, idiots like us. But no, we're not idiots. We just see things in a different way. Yes, this can be a very damn good gunship. Alright, trust me on that. You won't take down the shields in it. You know what I mean? Other things can be added to it. It's modular. I've got to go and make my little girl's tea in a minute. Yeah, but you need plenty of you ate and left me without something to eat. Yeah, I know. If you want to join us, you guys, click on our Spectrum there. Spectrum. Click on our Discord, and we all like to sit down and we like to chat. All these things are said in the past, and I'll be saying again. Great cat. Look at that ship. It's a car, yeah, I know. I keep calling it a ship because I'm just used to calling ships. If they do not grow the size of the Polaris, wherever the reclaimer can go, that ship can go. I'll give you an idea. The reclaimer can fit on the Polaris deck. If you watched yesterday's video, that's the Polaris. I don't think, well, even if they do make it any bigger, it will still fit. So where that can go, this can go, but this will have better engines because it's lighter. Although it's built like a tank, this can go all places. Okay, and it holds more cargo than that actually, but that can hold a heck of a lot more cargo. Don't be fooled, that reclaimer can hold a lot more cargo, but which I'm puzzled with, that ship, what they're going to do with the ship, because it's only 5 meters and it can't fit on Port Olisar. So they're going to grow Port Olisar, or they're going to make these wings like scissors so they fold up. And let's take this for instance, there's still enough space to fit this on Port Olisar, which I will need at the end of the day because it can still fit it. And that will be the limit. And that's not that wide actually, it is wide. But if they can get that on it, they'll get that on it. It's not the width, now, it's the length. These are going to be the next ships coming into game. These 200 meters. We're on 155 at the moment, but these are the next ships coming in. But I don't know in what order. I'm on for these are all the ships I've got in game, by the way. It needs to be updated. These are what are almost out now. I'm getting rid of all these small ships because I never wanted small ships in the first place. Okay, because it's not my role play. And I didn't want these middle ships. The only ships I'm going to keep is this. I wasn't going to keep that, but they've made so much mess of the in my point of view, of the 890 jump. I'll be keeping that because originally I was going to get rid of that and get rid of that and get the 890 jump because it's supposed to be versatile in its own right and cut down my crew capacity. But I'm making roll for this at the moment, but I'm not the 890 jump. I'll most probably buy that in game because I don't really have a need for that now. So I'm keeping them 2 ships. Okay, and we'll be keeping that because as you can see, I've got 5 names up there now. This is how far ahead I think when I'm playing these games right up to Christmas, because one person can't fly this ship. It's got drones on there. Okay, and when the game comes out, it won't be just drones but out there for doing scannings. It's got drones out there, and you do need an independent player for them drones. Okay, it's got a lot more. This is a miniature version of this. It's got a stub fighter, but I think it might be a better stub fighter. It can carry rovers, and it can carry over 1,000 cargo units. I keep going over the size, and people keep saying this, and people keep saying that. I keep doing my size comparison. It's twice the width, and it's too hard to go into all that sizes. Okay, and if they can't make it into 1,000, which I know they're going to be struggling, they're going to use the cargo, the Rover bay at the front, and they have got a ramp at the back. It's got a couple of spine spots, but they'll work it out. One of these two, this ship here, this ship, I don't know if it's, yeah, this ship's mining ship. I'm sure this has got a tractor beam on it. Alright, and I'm sure it's got two without me going into long details. And I'm sure that's got a tractor beam, but I'm not swearing on that. Because it's not a ship that I've really done any research. Yes, I bought it to test the components. That's what, no, I didn't buy it, it's a loaner. I bought that ship to get that ship, to see what this ship was like and what all the fuss was about. They're now just starting to make it work. If it's promising, I might get it, but I doubt it. If I do get it, all these little ships here I will be getting rid of. I won't be getting rid of the Mercury. Okay, the Mercury is to replace this, but I'm keeping that for other reasons. I don't need that. I must probably get that in game. I will not be keeping that because I've got that. I know this does different things, but all in my roleplay. If I do need to get it in game, I buy all shits for my reasons. This is going to be my godsend. I won't be doing all them big things like what you guys will be doing. I'm going to get 5,000. I might have a bit more now. But when I say I'll be doing things like waste. Waste grows peanuts. What do you mean by waste? You can't make money on waste. You're going to get me 5,000 credits. Okay, or whatever. You buy waste. Waste is 10 times the growth on that. You can fill that whole E. You're making 10 times the profit. And then when you got enough, you add up onto it and you go into bigger cargo. Waste nobody wants. Waste not, want not. Okay? And you'll be able to sell that in bigger bulk and easier to sell. You will come buy waste and put it in that. God damn you, in a cutlass flat, you'd make no bloody money. You couldn't buy fuel. You couldn't buy nothing. You couldn't pay your bloody crew. But this, fill that with waste and fill it. If you do get hit, you're only losing 1/10 of your value. Okay? That whole E. Buy waste, buy cheap, sell big until you got it. This is a license to print money. Okay? If you got the players out there that wants to sit down in space mining for 4 or 5 hours, God knows when, that will give you free money. Just like the prospector, but the prospector I find boring. There's not much there to do. Got it, and I'm glad I wasn't going to keep it anyway. I actually got that to get that when it came out. I knew this was going up in price before I got it because I knew what was going to happen next, and it did go up in price. But I'm not qualming that. There's a big jump from this to that, and they need 3 ships in between before that comes out, which is sad. If I ever put it out now, put up the price, let the people know what they're paying for. Don't play with them. Because at the end of the day, I've got that ship. What's going to happen next? They're going to come out with a prospector B. I say B, C, D. I don't know the size or whatnot. This gave me that. They will take that away and they'll give me the next size up when it comes out. Then the next size up. Just like they will do with the whole E. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that because we want to learn about the game. So you guys might not have it. You will buy it if you want it. It works the other way around. Let's see if there's any more ships before I knock off. I might do some more streaming later on actually. I won't do the Freelancer series because everybody's doing that. And I won't do the oh, I've actually bought the Mako, the Reliant Mako, because I'm a streamer, you see. I see some uses for that, but I'm not going to go into that for now. It's too hard. But you guys, if you've got no money and you want to get into the game, with this new flight mechanic that's out, buy the Aurora. Trust me on that. You're not going to go far wrong. It can do cargo. The new flight mechanics, you can fly the ship slowly and learn about the game. The Mustang Alpha, I believe if you make a mistake, you're going to drop out that ship. Okay, I didn't like that Mustang when the Aurora when it first came out. Trust me, I didn't like it. I had it, never flown it, but now I am flying that ship all the time, every time God sends, just to see the scenery. You can go into tight. Where is the Aurora? This is a ship, £35 I think it is. Anyone will do. This ship, 35 quid. Okay, with the new flight mechanic, that's a brilliant ship. And I'm sure this can be docked onto the Constellation when it comes out. This ship here, £35 get you in the game. Okay, new flight mechanics, new gimbal assist. You guys can't play the game, this will start you off. So everybody there playing say, it's too easy. It's not easy. You're not thinking about the small players. You don't have to use these things. And when CIG thinks about it, when you start using these gimbal assists, it's going to drain your power. I've dropped a hint already. Okay? You will not be using it in certain things, because if you drop your power and your ship gets helpless, you're going to be stuck. So you won't be going out there shooting up this and shooting up that and think, hey, I'm ace, and they're giving people grief. Okay, because you're going to be griefed yourself. I'm not saying what you're doing is bad, I'm not saying what you're doing is good, but at the day, you want it all, you're greedy, you want everything for yourself. Nah, people want to play the game, people want to learn. Okay, but because you think you know everything, what you say goes, because you spent this. I've spent it too. I'm not good at combat, but you're not going to shoot my ship down so easy. Carrack. Nothing much to say about the Carrack, it's all standard. We all know what the Carrack's going to be. Okay. I don't think it's going to be able to fit the tank, because I've got a couple of structures in the front there now, it's changed. But on the Carrack, these have gone longer now. Okay. So I still believe that can fit 750 cargo space, unless it can go one high, I'm not too sure. But if it can't fit the 1000, they're going to bring it into there. Because if I can't, I'm getting rid of that ship. I never liked the ship when I first bought it, but I bought it for the sake just to play. But the more I hear about it now, I'm starting to like it. I still see the ship as an old rust bucket. Okay, I don't see it as modern. I like modern things, you see. That's why all my ships are modern. What I am looking for is a Javelin. And this is the reason why I was saying about the Javelin just now. I find it a bit J. There's nothing wrong with the Javelin, okay? Nothing wrong with the Javelin. But like I said, this is a Javelin. I'm into multi-roleplay, okay? This holds 300 people. What's 300 people gonna do on that ship? Think about it. There's not enough activity. They've got a landing deck. But how many and what can it do? What's the versatility? One ship at a time, they've got to wait. If you're going to be using it like that. And when these players get bored, they move on. You've got to keep them active. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with the ship. I will be getting the ship, because I'll be running in conjunction with my Constellation, with my Carrack. They'll be living on this ship. Okay? And these ships will be they've got little ships to transport them from to work. You know, like buses and trams and all that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like Battlestar Galactica. You know what I mean? Them kind of things. This ship is like Port Olisar. You live on it. You can't get hurt. You can't get destroyed unless you go piss somebody off. Okay? So yes, I got used. Yes, it's a battleship, but there's not enough guns, and yes, it can defend itself. But like I said, if you've got 300 people on there, you're not going to go out there picking fights. And if you do blow your ship up, this ship could be off the road for a week, might be 2. What is your players going to do? They're going to move on. Trust me. Orion. I can't say much about this ship, okay, but could it be another ship that could need another transport on it again? Could be, don't know. Won't know until I hear a bit more. I only bought the ship because I like things that makes me money, you see. But me personally, I won't be working on this ship. I'm not into hard labor, you see. I use my brain if I've got one. I'm not into violence either, you see, so that makes it difficult. So why have you got yourself a Polaris? Distraction. Like I said, this is the only ship at the moment out there that can do the job that I wanted. I've got combat players in the fleet that will use it. And I'm dying to get the F8 Lightning. The F8 Lightning will be going on that Polaris. Okay? The Polaris is good, but it can't defend itself properly. But when one of those come out and shoot, yeah. You say the sabre raven, the sabre, not the sabre raven, the sabre's pretty good, and everybody's scared of that ship, and that's a spin-off from that. And the FC Super FC Hornet. I don't think there's much left there actually. I think I've covered everything. I sold my medical ship, the Cutlass Red, for... I sold my Cutlass Red for the Maverick. But I've got the Endeavour. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this ship yet. I know I need it, but I just don't know. Because it's a mechanic that's coming into game very late. Very, very late. Don't need to go into the Caterpillar. All these other ships, I've got them there for tests, because I'm testing the components. Yeah, testing the components. Soon all the cap ships will be out there, I'll be testing them components too. But I know what ships I want. Merchantman. This was my idea when it first came out. Same everything, same firepower, same cargo. Not as multi-role as I expect it to be, but the tachyon beams, got that from Star Trek. I knew what that was going to be like before it came up. They've not got it right yet, but this has got nothing in it, nothing at all. Look, it's just a hole. That's what's disappointing. They've been doing so much with this ship, and they've been showing us pictures of this ship, but there's nothing there. So I can't even speculate. And that's sad that. Everybody bought this ship because of what they said. But there's nothing there to give you an imagination. So all we've been seeing is papers, is pictures on the canvas. So CIG, put something in these ships. You know what I mean? They've been out long enough. You know what I mean? I know you're taking money from us to make these ships, and obviously they've got to do the joints, they've got to do this, they've got to do that. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm trying to say to you guys, when these ships come out, it's nothing. Okay? It's nothing at all. So they've got to pay a TD to do a sketch. So the sketch comes out. You see the ships, you've got an idea. So everybody flocks in their money to build a ship. So when all the money comes in, then CIG takes that money and builds that ship. And then it comes out. That's one of the reasons why the ships were so late in coming out. But now the money's coming in, these ships are now starting to come out. Okay? But at the end of the day, I was expecting to see a lot more in this ship from the time it's coming out. Yes, it's coming out this year, they are working on it. Or is it going to have a riot? Because they've got no money for it now. But that is what it's all about. You don't expect people to work for nothing. And they are delivering what they promise, but they're getting it wrong. And they should have not let Pritchard go. He was a true programmer. Him and Chris, I know where they're coming from when it comes to program. These new guys are coming. I'm not saying they don't know anything, but they don't know enough because they're not old school. Them guys learn from pure raw machine codes, okay, and all the rest to go with it, and logic of years of experience, okay. And to teach these new guys isn't that easy. It takes years to learn them things, and I've learned a lot over the years. You know what I mean? That's so simple in concept. I won't, it's too long to go into, but you know what I mean. But my brain's all burnt out now, so when I'm explaining things, it doesn't come out right. Basically trying to do everything. I don't think there's anything else. I had so much steel. I'm not getting rid of this ship though, by the way. It's got some nice firepower. Okay. I'm not into battles or whatnot. Stores nice cargo. But if you don't do something with the ship soon, you're gonna kill it. People don't know what goes through it and they don't fully understand. Ah! So it is a ramp. So it must be some sort of a loading bay for the armed vehicles then. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's got 12 modules for shops, if that's what it's used for. Top is cargo bay, transport. And you've got some nice size guns, size 6s. Or is it size 7s? You need to do something with this ship because they're killing it. See, now that I've seen what's in it, you see in the Constellation when that first came out, because we could see it in our hangar decks, we could speculate. But you can't just speculate this. See, we look inside the ship, we can't even touch it. It's like touching, feeling it. You know what I mean? That's all you see. That doesn't give you much of an imagination, only what other people say. What else is there? Done the Pioneer, Prospector. Don't need to do the Reclaimer. Guess I'll click on the Mercury. The Javelin. I think the Javelin is just a hole in. No, they have done work on that. We won't see that. They should even update these pictures too to give us ideas. Carrot. These are the old pictures of the Carrot, okay? It's more bulky and it's more tankier. The width is the same, I believe, and the length is the same. And the ship is divided into two parts, by the way. The bottom half is cargo and module, and the other part is a ship for flying other mechanical structures. So don't mix the two, okay? And this is where everybody's going wrong. They can't fit the cargo. It can. And if you don't say it can't, the Cutlass, the Caterpillar should give you a pretty good idea that it can. Okay, but the Caterpillar has the cargo built into the modules where we use it. This is all separate. This is the cargo and the modules at the bottom. Everything else where everybody uses is at the top. As you can see, there's nothing, it's all hull. We get an idea. As you can see, there's no reason for them to mess with the cargo space. These are supposed to roughly hold about 256, I think it is. 256. This is me speculating, okay? I don't know the sizes, okay? The sizes change, but it's one big long container, okay? 256. And if it can't hold any more because of the height, they've got the Rover bay, okay? And now I do believe they've got a ramp here, so if these are full with whatever, this can hold a couple of cyclones or a couple of grey cats or whatever, or extra whatever. Okay, strictly cargo. I'll use the word utilities, modules, whatever. My wording or speech is not the same as yours, okay? But if you notice, look at the top part of the ship. It's totally different, it's totally separate. Okay, it's totally separate from the bottom. So don't tell me, oh, it's not going to have this. They said this from day one. There's no reason to adjust that. Okay, they've gone back to the original sizes. I think it can hold it. Unless it goes back to its real sizes. This hasn't shrunk. The engine's gone into the ship more. Okay, it's more wider but not longer. What I mean by that is, this is wider, but it doesn't mean say this is gone anymore. This is longer, but it's not longer. It's the same. But what they've done, they put the engines more into the body of the work. The hull is wider, so it can hold more. Okay, and it's longer because they said the wheels are supposed to be as long. So they would have made it longer and a little bit higher, but not as noticeable, as you can see. So it's more stockier basically. The only thing I'm annoyed about, they took the landing struts off here and they put them there. It looked like a bullfrog, it looks silly, I agree, because of the front legs. And then somebody complained, oh, you look stupid. You know what I mean? So then what they did, they put the wheels back and they took the wheels underneath. Okay, I get it. But the reason why, if they took the wheels underneath, they had to make these wheels wider for more balance because it wouldn't tip. So that's given me serious doubts of putting this ship on my Kraken. But there's a reason why I want this ship on the Kraken, because of its versatility and what it can do for supplies and whatnot. I can put the caterpillar on there, but this would be better for more reasons than one. Medical bays, etc. this, etc. that, transporting utilities, because this can hold 1,000, and if it needs supply and whatever, this can do it. It's not a ship that I really wanted, but when I got the Kraken, I had to start speculating with this. This is a damn good exploration. I'm not mocking that, and there will be better explorers than this. This is military, it's good for cargo, it's good for everything, it's good for hull. It might not have the firepower. I do believe they're going, I know they haven't said, but I think they're going to make this ship size 5. I don't think they'll make it size 6. If they did, brilliant. It can defend itself better, because they've got them smaller ships there with big massive guns, and these ships can't turn very fast. Small ships, small guns, fast and quick. Big ship, big guns, slow and turning. It's a balance. I'm running out of things to talk about now. Anyway, you guys, if you want to join us, you've got our Discord there. You can click on there, and there's always someone there you can sit and talk to and whatnot. And you can learn more at the end of the day. We are civilian operators. We're not military, but we've got the best of both worlds. And we're all beginners learning about the game. And we're all horrible people. No, we're all friendly bunches. Anyway, you guys, I was going to fly my ship, but I'll do that tomorrow. The game might be out tomorrow. I was supposed to be doing my key binding too. So, if it's goodbye from me, it's goodbye from Yoza. If it's goodbye from Yoza, you can guarantee the comments in the background saying goodbye. And you got Dover, he's also saying goodbye. He's at work at the moment. And I know Dot somewhere in the background, but he can't come online at the moment because he's got kids in the background, or it could be 3 o'clock in the morning and he doesn't want to wake them. And I've been streaming for 3 hours. I might come back on later, but I'm hungry and I want something to eat. So I'll catch you guys later.